Hi, I'm Greg Denny. Recently I was in a small group meeting with some older gentlemen, and I was surprised. And I love meeting with older people and learning from them and their wisdom and their experiences and just the life they've lived and the insights they have to share from the things they've seen and lived. It was interesting in this particular group, and I've seen it as I've traveled around the world on several different continents and been out, exploring and traveling and meeting with wonderful people all over the place. I've come across some who seem to be stuck in what I call Smallville. And essentially what happens is you get into this, I don't know, this comfort zone. You get into a rut, so to speak, and instead of having years of experience, you have the same experience year after year, and you remain small. And in this particular group, they said a couple things and kind of admitted some things that they really hadn't worked to develop themselves, to expand themselves, that they'd remain, underdeveloped in their education and in talents and skills and abilities, and really working on themselves to become their very best, to reach their potential. And as I have studied personal development and peak performance for more than 20 years now, there really is a small group, but it's a small percentage of people that really go after themselves and they really work on themselves harder than they do on anything else. And guess what happens? They grow and they expand and they learn and they improve and they become phenomenal human beings. And so I want to challenge you to become part of that group. Now, this isn't like, hey, these people are better than these people. It's not about this pride or comparison of people, comparison of people or comparing people, right? It's the whole idea here is for you to reach your very best. Isn't that exciting? Think about what you could accomplish, who you could become. But it'll never happen by remaining small. So whenever we start something new, whenever you start a new job or a new class or a new skill or a new course or pick up a new hobby, whenever you start anything new, you're small necessarily. You don't know how to do it. You're uncomfortable. You pick up a golf club for the first time, you're like, I got this. And, you probably don't even hit the ball, right? Whatever it is, you pick up a new book, you grab one of these books and you're like, whoa, I don't even know what he's talking about. You start a new language. You begin a new personal mission or a new purpose. You jump into a new organization. Whatever it is, maybe you shift a career or a position in your career. Whatever it is, you start small. My challenge for you is don't stay there. Don't remain small. Too many people do that. They get into a new language and they learn just the minimum. They go through school doing just enough to, pass the class. They don't want to fail. They get into a new work and they're like, well, I'll just do good enough, right? It's a good enough attitude. I'll just do it good enough so I don't get fired, and kind of contribute a little bit. But they never really go after it. And so my challenge for you today is to pick 3 areas in your life where you still feel small. Just kind of look through it and say, all right, let's be totally honest here. Look in the mirror and say, where am I still small? Where am I underdeveloped? Maybe it's a certain attribute or a quality you want in yourself. So look at any area of your life. Is it exercise? Is it eating well? Have you really gotten a great education and some great habits there physically? Maybe it's mentally. After your last graduation, you just stopped reading. Or maybe you're still studying and kind of just going through the motions, just trying to get the grade, and go through it. But I want to challenge you to tackle something hard. Pick a fantastic book that really challenges you and go after it. Is it a language? Maybe you took a few classes in middle school or high school but haven't done much. Go after it. Master it. Own it. Well, it's right here. Mastery, right, by George Leonard. Get a hold of this book and read it. Discover what he calls the mastery curve, where we just have to, we go over these plateaus and we keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing until we master whatever it is we're going after. Maybe it's with work or career. Maybe you don't even like your job and you want to learn something new. Maybe you want a second income. Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur and start something, but you need the skills. You need to learn how to make it happen. Perhaps it's in your relationships. Is your marriage just kind of an okay, good enough? Or is it rocking it? Is it awesome? You remain small. Are you and your spouse living in Smallville? Maybe with your children. Is your relationship with your children kind of small, kind of weak, right? Is your contribution to the world, is your impact, your level of influence? A lot of people, unfortunately, stay in Smallville when it comes to influence and impact. I challenge you to grow, to develop, to push yourself, to increase, become big, right? Bigger than your challenges, bigger than your problems, bigger than your obstacles, bigger than your own little circle, and just expand that out until you are doing things that really matter and that are exciting. So get out of Smallville with me. Let's get out of Smallville and in everything we're doing. Let's challenge ourselves to never remain small, to not stay back undeveloped, to not go through life having the same experience over and over and over, but challenge yourself to have new experiences, learn new things, and expand in every way. Reach upward.